Hi, I'm Kevin Klein. The last several weeks, there's been a lot of talk in the news about our Winnipeg. This is a plan that gets put forward, gets developed by the City of Winnipeg, and then it has to go to the province. It's approved at the province, and that's what we base all of the development, infill, and so on this strategic plan. It's the framework for the future. It's supposed to be. So in this plan, when it originally came forward to the Executive Policy Committee, that's the inner circle, a number of people, a number of residents got very vocal, and they fought hard because we were basically eliminating green space or repurposing green space. See, that's some political spin. We're not getting rid of it, we're repurposing green space. Nowhere in the document does it say we're getting rid of it. I don't know how they think people fall for that. Anyways, the reality was we weren't really protecting our green space, and we had no green space plan. So our city was going to expand, but our parks and green space would probably be reduced. And we have I think we're the lowest or one of the lowest in major cities across Canada for percentage of park space. We have 9,000 acres of park space. I think that's around 6%. Places like Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, double the park space as Winnipeg. You would think that we would lead that, wouldn't you? So there's a lot of stuff in the Our Winnipeg that I just disagree with, but we will fight to change that and make it better as time goes along. But the one thing that I felt was critically important to have in Our Winnipeg was a focus on parks. Now, a couple of my council colleagues, they did their diversity plan, and they kind of followed what people were emailing about, which was great. Now they were basically saying, we're just going to keep the status quo. We won't touch parks. We're going to keep them the way they are. That's it. That was what they came up with. So all of that fighting, all of that work by residents, and over the next 25, 35 years in our strategic plan, our strategic framework, we would just protect the status quo. That's all we ever do here. Status quo. So I talked to another couple of councillors and put a motion forward to amend, so it would be included in this strategic plan, to add to our parks, to add 1,000 acres to city parks. Do you know when the last time is that we added to the parks like that? In the 60s. In the 60s. And two of those parks are outside the city limits. And one's being sold, the golf course one. John Bloomberg. So I moved a motion that said if we're going to have a strategic plan and we believe that green space and parks are important, then let's put our money where our mouth is and let's require the public service to add 1,000 acres of public green space or parks. Is that doable? It's about 40 acres a year. Yes, that's doable. I'm very happy to say it was unanimously passed. I think it's the first time I've had that. Unanimously passed, and I want to thank my colleagues for that. And I want to thank Councillor Eadie, who seconded the motion. And I want to thank everyone who stood up and fought City Hall, because you won. So thank you for that. I thank you. My grandkids thank you. Their kids will thank you, because we'll have more park space in the years to come than we have today.